Hello, everyone, and welcome back to GTA 5. Today I'm joined by Xylus. Welcome.
Hello.
Duncan, hello.
Hello.
Ben.
Hello.
Oz. Bouphe.
I scared Brenda.
Go!
This is some sort of legend. Who's Brenda?
Brenda's my cat.
Who's Brenda?
Who's Brenda?
Why is she in the race? Sorry.
She's on my knee, which really impedes driving quite substantially.
Okay, you're already making excuses for your poor performance here, Bouphe, which we know is poor generally.
I've always got a cat on my knee, which is why I'm bad at everything.
You can't move a cat.
No.
You're not allowed. It's legally not allowed.
Whoa, hang on a second. What if, what about, like you said, one of those comfort animals? Can you, take it into exams with you and stuff?
Ooh.
How often do you have an exam?
At 34 years old, I have an exam to go to.
I have a rectal exam coming up.
I think I'd feel much more comfortable if a cat was in my I guess it couldn't be in my lap if I'm having that exam. But yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, it's funny that, so when you're a teenager you have all the actual academic exams, and as you get older it becomes physical exams.
In your 20s, not so many exams, but then as you get into your 40s, just a whole new range of exams open up.
I keep having to retake my blood tests because I'm failing.
I thought I was done with exam, failed my blood test.
Failed my blood.
Got an F on means fucked.
I got B- and my parents said A's only, so I'm going to keep going back.
Oh no.
The way genetics work, Ben, I'm not sure they are your parents.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's how you find out.
I don't actually know my blood type. Do you, Rosie?
Neither do I.
I'm O.
Your O's, yeah.
Yes.
I'm O rhesus negative, I think.
Oh, that's the magic blood. That's...
Reese's Pieces.
Everyone can have my magic blood.
Yeah.
Is that true?
That's true.
Yes.
Do they hunt? I thought they hunted you down to get you to give blood all the time. Don't they nag you and stuff?
No.
Yeah, they do my wife.
Do they? What about her giving blood though?
I was trying to get an appointment to give my blood away, and it's really hard to get one. Honestly, it's...
Oh, you have to have a long time after having a tattoo before you're allowed
Yeah,
to
if
do
you've
it.
been tattooed in the last 6 months.
Rosie's never 2 days out of having a tattoo.
So I'm always getting...
Getting them on cooldown.
Yeah.
You should be more self-sacrificing. You could be saving people with your blood, not having tattoos all the time.
I know.
Just think.
Selfish
Wow,
bitch.
so
If you didn't have,
selfish.
if you didn't have that tattoo of a shoe done on you, 15 children would have survived.
Lewis really hates that tattoo.
Lewis, you should get a job writing those letters nagging people to give blood.
Lewis really hates that tattoo. I find it funny.
It's just a generic Nike trainer. It's not like it doesn't mean anything.
It's my least favourite of Rosie. Well, I don't think tattoos have to mean anything.
I've got worse ones.
Do you know what my favourite is? Froggy playing banjo or shrimp.
Oh, this shrimp is good.
Ozzy's tattoos are amazing, by the way. I love them, and it makes me want to get tattoos. Of course. Well, that's the problem, isn't it? You see someone with tattoos, and you're like, "Oh, I really want to get them." And then, start hanging out with people with tattoos, and you it's like infectious. Duncan.
It's literally infectious.
Duncan's got them because he hung out with you too much, Oz, I think.
Yeah, that's it. I corrupt everyone.
No, I wanted them for years.
But the way people do it is they have one and then they fill in the gaps gradually, and it's a little bit like that. I always think of the Unilever logo where it's like a U shape, but it's made up of loads of little icons.
Doodles.
It's like a corporate monstrosity of a company, but they do have a very cool logo. And I think Oz is a little bit like that. She's got there's a gap here. What fits in here?
She's a corporate monster. But she's got cool tattoos.
She's like a doodly notepad. There was a time when she's got her knee tattooed, and I drew a smiley face on it. You can draw her nose. It's really fun. You can just colour her in. She's great.
Then she'll go and have it filled in with the tattoo gun later.
Yeah.
That's great. That's like an activity thing for centre parts. Yeah.
Colour it.
Send the kids off to draw on O's, and then she'll get it tattooed later.
I'm there at the restaurant instead of handing out like
The colouring books.
a colouring book or a piece of paper with some crayons. I'll just sit at your table with
With
some
a colouring O's.
I'm joining the dots on O's. I got 2 tattoos the other week.
What?
And they're
2 tattoos?
Yes, and they're currently in the very itchy stages.
Oh, yes.
But it was a fucking... Oh my god, the situation... I couldn't have predicted what happened.
Okay.
God, this sounds like a clickbait headline. You'll never believe what happened.
You'll never believe what happened at my tattoo. It's a Bouphe's tattoo. So they're on my back, right? One is on my upper shoulder, and the other one is on...
Upper shoulder?
Yes, it's on my shoulder blade, and the other one is significantly lower down. And I knew that the one on my back, he put the stencil on, and the man is Italian and he doesn't really speak English, so we were having a struggle to sort of communicate in the first place. And I knew that
you can't really see because it's on your back.
I can't see at all. I shut my eyes and I just point at something, say, do that one. And
oh, that one.
And then the cat's getting in the way as well, making it even harder.
the cat's always there.
Cat's there on your lap for comfort.
For comfort. So I knew I was going to have my shirt off at some stage and like flip it round so that it's covering my front. So they were going to put me right next to the front door, and it was fucking freezing. And
Right.
I'm glad that they didn't put me next to the front door, because literally everybody was in and out that day. It was the busiest the shop had been in months. So they put me in a back room, and unfortunately all the rooms in this studio are floor-to-ceiling windows.
Why would they choose that for
What?
a tattoo shop?
I know. They said that this was the worst of their studios for privacy.
Oh, perfect for getting your butt tattooed.
They put a screen up, but it didn't cover all the way because they still had to use the fucking printer. So it kind of like went up to the printer, and then people were still reaching around to get.
Oh my god!
He has me straddling this hard plastic chair in the back room of a tattoo studio, and I hear a thunk on the window. And there's a fucking window cleaner.
Oh my god.
I'm like, all right, fine, this is fair enough.
Do they not have like curtains or blinds or anything? Like what the
They had
fuck?
a mirror up against the window.
Oh, amazing! So what, people can see the whole room?
Yeah.
Window cleaners have seen it all. You know, Ravs will tell you.
They can see both sides.
They have now seen it all. Yeah.
And then I have to get my arse tattooed, and I'm expecting everybody to walk past the window. But no, it was just people walking. They needed things from that room all of a sudden. They distilled water. They needed to use the printer. They needed some fresh nitrile gloves.
Oh yeah, I forgot my my pair of shoes in here. Yeah. Don't mind me.
I imagine like the one person did that and they went out and so it's like, oh, this girl's got her ass out in there. Go and pretend you need to use the printer.
But there was a guy who was getting a Columbo portrait tattooed on his thigh.
The
And it
Columbo
said-
tattoo is incredible,
It
I have
says-
to say.
Wouldn't you want that on your bum so you can have Columbumbo?
Kabumbo.
Kabumbo!
Oh, good old Kabumbo.
It was quite the experience. I was there for 8 hours.
Oh,
and
wow.
Who is this person who's having 80s detective Columbo tattooed on their...
To be fair, I wouldn't put it past Lydia to get that.
Well, it's just a very old reference, isn't it?
just get it in old school, like
Oh yeah, I might get him in American traditional.
American tradition.
I mean, it's like it's like getting the A-team tattooed on you or something. Like, you know, you really have to be like...
The face on your face.
Oh, you could get Mr. T, but down there, so you could have his mohawk.
Oh my god. I pity the fool.
It's like a landing strip mohawk.
And you can wear all sorts of gold jewelry that can like go around his neck and stuff. Oh, perfect.
Jesus Christ.
I love a tattoo that takes into account the body, like the belly button or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It uses it as like something else.
I've got a birthmark on my knee, and I always called it my hamster, and I want to get that tattooed as a hamster.
Oh, that's such a good idea. I love that.
Hamster would be a cute tattoo.
I mean, it'd be like a few lines.
The other thing about having all your tattoos, I think, is that it's a little bit like, we've probably talked about this before, it's a little bit like being a smoker or something where people talk to you. People say, "Oh, nice tattoos." It's
Yeah.
it's like
It's like an icebreaker.
It's like an icebreaker, yeah.
it's a very easy icebreaker for people. I've noticed that when I'm hanging out with you, that people just compliment your tattoos.
It's nice, although a lot of people assume that I am a a tattooer, which is
Weird.
weird. Yeah, it's like no.
She's a piercer.
Well, no, I'm not anything. I'm a loser.
Yeah.
Little do they know.
But you used to be a piercer's apprentice. So.
Yes, that was a strange time.
The Piercer's Apprentice.
Piercer's apprentice.
If I,
Is that when you lived under the stairs?
Or it's like a fantasy novel.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think if I were to have a detective tattooed, I'd want Jonathan Creek.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good
Oh,
one. Just
I
Alan
thought-
Davis tattoo.
I thought you were going to say there's a detective tattooist. Like he solves
Oh
mysteries.
my God.
Through the power of tattoos.
Oh,
Yeah.
he tattoos the murderer on the victim's body.
No, not a criminal tattooist. A detective tattooist. He solves tattoo-related crime.
It's like a serial killer, and his calling card is he just tattoos his own face on his victims.
Oh my god.
Well, what if there was a tattooist murderer, and so they called in a tattooist to solve the murder? You know, because it takes
Yes.
a tattooist to catch a tattooist.
To catch a
You have to get into the mind of a tattooist.
If I were to have a detective tattooed on my body, it would be Poirot on my chest, and my chest hair would be the mustache.
Oh,
my
nice.
god, please.
You're gonna wax it every day.
Is that because you're Belgian?
I'm not fucking Belgian, you think?
What about Bergerac? Anybody for Bergerac?
What about Taggart?
Taggart.
There's been a mother.
What's the guy's from Diagnosis Murder? What's his name?
Oh, Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah, no, but his doctor name.
What about Miss Marple? What about having a sexy Miss Marple?
Sexy Miss Marple.
And Angela Lansbury.
God, she's sexy.
It's like aeroplane art.
It's like a pin-up, but yeah.
Who are the older ladies? Last of the Summer Wine.
No, it's Rosemary and Thyme.
That's
Or
it.
Something. Well, like,
Oh my god.
is that what it is? It's like two. It could be Basil and Sage for all I know.
Yeah, I think it is that. I love how detective. There was a thing recently where everything. There's been a detective of everything. A vampire detective, a ghost detective. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you name it.
To show Lucifer, the devil, as the detective.
Exactly.
There's that sketch where there's a detective that can only solve crimes when he's masturbating.
It's like,
The Key and Peele sketch. Yeah.
There's the sketch in Peter Serafinowicz show, Rosie, where it's is it Poirot and Miss Marple? They've gone on a case
Yes.
together, and they're just fucking each other. They just don't want to solve it. Whee!
is it a dead genre now? Like, have we just done all the variations of detective,
Oh,
or are they still making them? I don't know. Like,
They're still
I
making
think
them.
the thing about detectives is it's a very easy format for a story, right?
Yeah.
It kind of
you get a
have
new mystery every week.
Everyone. It's almost like it's not a twist exactly, but it is kind of right. It's a reveal, and so it's a very easy format, and that's why there's been so much of it, so much CSI, and so much of it over the years. It kind of lends itself to.
I'm gonna get Magnum PI.
Oh my
How the
god!
fuck did I not think of him?
You don't want T.J. Hooker?
No.
No big Shatner face.
Shatner face.
Is that who T.J. Hooker is? I'm not sure I remember. Is that William Shatner?
William Shatner was a detective.
People would
yeah.
see your William Shatner tattoo and not think it was T.J. Hooker.
They think, why have you got Captain Kirk on you? What the fuck?
Well, you'd have to do him in his full police uniform then, I suppose, wouldn't you? Just to avoid
Yeah.
How do you feel about tattooing the faces of people who are still alive? Do you know what I mean on you?
I've got my cats tattooed on me.
Well, what if they then get cancelled for doing something awful?
Right, that has
Oh,
happened.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that.
People can get cancelled after death as well, Ben.
Well, that's
you
true.
know.
It doesn't happen as much. But sure.
My Jim will fix it tattoo is not aged well.
I think tattooing someone's face to you is always a risk. Regardless.
Yeah,
Well, partly because they often look like shit.
yeah.
Well, I think human brains are so good at recognizing faces. We see them in clouds and on trees and all the rest of it. So that when the face is very slightly wrong, your brain really notices it. It only takes
Yes.
a very slight deviation to make a face look super fucking weird.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's because there's a whole area of our brain dedicated to facial recognition. Because you can see some people who have brain damage can't recognize faces anymore, hardly at all.
Yeah.
It's come to my attention through doing my podcast with Simon and G that I have pretty significant face blindness.
Oh no! Well, you guys
Like-
watch movies and you can never remember who's who.
Yeah, I don't know who's who.
That was with me, Bouphe.
Yeah, I know. Who are you?
That was the joke. Sorry about Facebook. Sorry.
Who are you? You were on the podcast. Everybody can listen
I'm
to that.
Simon. Yes, me.
Diggy Hole Man.
Diggy Hole Man. And I got confused with Matt Damon and Brad Pitt recently.
Oh, they are kind of similar looking.
Oh, they're kind of similar.
Yeah.
I feel like Brad Pitt's one of the few actors I can recognise.
Matt Damon, Brad Pitt, Leo DiCaprio. Like 3 handsome blonde white men, you know.
Yeah.
Samey
Yeah.
boys. You have to have something quite stand out for me to remember a face. in
Nicolas
things.
Cage, for
Oh,
example.
who was it? You did this the other day, Duncan, when we were recording Minecraft on your channel. What was it? You couldn't recognise the difference between Jonah Hill and Seth Rogen.
Oh yeah.
You thought they were like the same person.
Okay, they're pretty distinguishable though. They look nothing alike. What?
They're the same person. It's funny. I kept naming movies that I was like this one, and it was like, no, that's Seth Rogen.
And you were just like, who the fuck is Jonah Hill?
It's like everything I thought Jonah Hill was in was actually Seth Rogen.
I mean, you wouldn't know though, would you? Really? Like, it's like having, or even being told that you're colorblind. You know, until someone told you that, you didn't know. You just thought that was how everything was.
But no way of knowing.
So
have you?
I'm very good with faces, but I'm terrible with names.
Well, that's apparently just a laziness though on your part.
What the fuck are you talking about?
If you want to remember the names, you will. You know, if you make an effort, it's not very hard. You could do like association. You know, so you could be
That's
like,
true.
this guy's a bit of an asshole, so I'll call him Rick. You know?
Okay, dude, that's a bit of a low fucking blow, isn't it?
If I don't remember someone's name, it probably means I didn't care enough to learn it. Yeah, that's a good point.
You do have to make a special effort. Sorry, girl.
No, just imagine if you had to say this out loud to someone like, oh, I'm probably going to forget you, so I need to come up with an association.
Yeah, you got a massive mole.
Yeah.
And so in my head, Pauline, mole face. Okay, got it. Never gonna forget.
It's got to be said as well, Lewis. Your example was fucking terrible. You know,
It should be someone who's a dick.
this guy's a bit of an asshole, so I'm going to call him Rick. He could have said, yeah, this guy's a bit of a dick, so I'll call him Rick. This guy's a bit of a prick, so I'll call him Rick. Like, I mean, you missed so many
Oh
opportunities.
God, you're
What did he
right.
say? Arsehole.
You said asshole.
It's word association though. It's like this guy's an asshole, Rick, prick, dick, Rick. There we go. Got it. Remembered it.
yeah.
I'm never gonna forget your name now.
No. I would hope so. We've known each other for 12 years. Lewis.
My name's Sophie, and I very rarely move from the sofa. So that's how it's going.
Right.
Rosie
Great.
is in a rose bush all the time. Get her out.
That's
Get
where
rid
she
of-
sleeps.
That's where she sleeps.
She has a big tattoo of a rose very prominently on her.
On her nose.
On a nose.
Rose on a nose. We call it O's.
O's has got a nose, so I'll call her O's.
I feel like we're going off the track here. All right, goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.